Greetings, greetings, Honorable House of Lords, esteemed mayors, and noble diplomats and distinguished guests. It is truly an honor for me to be here with you today. I am thrilled to share with you my story on this beautiful global stage. As I look among you on this world stage, I am overwhelmed with pride and hope for the future. I am humbled and deeply inspired by the extraordinary work that each one of you has done for a better future for humanity. I was taught at an early age that education is number one. It is the great equalizer for social and economic disparity. I drew inspiration from my grandmother. My grandmother was born in Vietnam in 1925. She was groomed from an early age to be a housewife, to cook, to clean, to have children, and to take care of her husband. She was not allowed to go to school, yet she secretly taught herself how to read, write, and do mathematics. She defied all odds and founded and ran a dynamic and successful fruit distribution center on the southern tip of the Mekong River in Vietnam. My grandmother had 8 children, 7 girls and 1 boy. She made sure that all her children were allowed the opportunity for an education and that all her 16 grandchildren were encouraged to become doctors, lawyers, and engineers, or whatever their heart desired. When I was 3 years old, my grandmother would teach me how to count money and make change while selling fruit. She was so sharp, a savvy businesswoman, yet she was so kind and generous, always giving away fruit to the homeless and hungry. It was my grandmother that orchestrated my escape from Vietnam after the war ended in 1975. She arranged and paid for my mother, my father, and myself to be smuggled out of Vietnam in 1978. In the melee, my father was left behind, but my mother and I successfully made it. We were hidden in the bottom of a tiny fishing boat, along with 32 others, laying on our backs, packed like sardines, next to each other. My mother put me on her stomach. Fish was thrown on top of us. We laid there for days without any food or water as the boat quietly left Vietnam for Malaysia. My mother and I escaped to Vietnam. We survived the harrowing journey across the ocean. After over 6 months in the refugee camp in Malaysia, we were sponsored by the Quakers in Philadelphia and finally made our way to America in 1979. We settled in Oregon without a penny to our name. My mother worked 2-3 jobs while going to college again. At the age of 5, I worked picking strawberries every single summer until I was 18 to help my mother make ends meet. Growing up in Oregon in the 1980s, no one looked like me, and I didn't have any mentors. I never had any toys growing up, and we could never afford any family vacations. I faced untold discrimination, and I was bullied. In elementary school, I would save any candy that I received during Halloween and Valentine's Day to resell to my classmates and neighbors. I would think of my grandmother and her lessons. This sparked my business acumen. As I grew older, I saw so much injustice all around me. At the age of 13, I decided I would become a lawyer and empower myself with knowledge so that I can protect my family and others. In 1992, I graduated at the top of my high school class and gave the keynote speech there entitled "To Be or Not to Be," quoting Shakespeare's Hamlet. That question continued to push me to inspire, educate, and empower those around me to be someone and to make a difference. As I worked 2-3 jobs to put myself through college and law school, I was always hopeful that I can set an example to ignite others for global peace, unity, and responsible behavior in business and law. I believe in educating others in business and law because both are the cornerstones of empowering the world and shaping our future leaders. I was the first Vietnamese American to open a law practice in the state of Oregon in 2002. I served my community for over 11 years. In 2013, I moved to California and taught business law at Westcliff University and law school at Irvine College of Law for the next 5 years. I was awarded Professor of the Year in 2014 from Irvine College of Law for my excellence in teaching and helping shape students' legal career. Since 2014, I also spent my time in developing and managing telecommunication projects and learning AI tools and strategies, leveraging both my experience in business and law to ensure regulatory compliance for my clients. Over the next 2.5 decades, I additionally founded, managed, and advised restaurants, beauty salons, clinics, and other companies to scale to 7-8 figures. As I take a moment to reflect, I believe wholeheartedly in education. It is only through education that we can achieve a greater good, shape a sustainable future, empower generations, and ethically harness technology and AI. Today, I continue to learn and educate. I'm a certified consultant in human rights, anti-human trafficking, telecommunications, AI technology, AI data, and AI implementation. And I look forward to working each and every one of you to make this world a better place. Thank you so much, Global Empire, the 14th Annual Leader Summit, and the University of Oxford for having me as your keynote speaker. I am truly honored to be awarded Visionary Woman of the Year, and I'm here to continue to lead with dignity and educate with purpose the leaders of the world. Thank you so much.